Hello, all of my sleepy bears. My name's Chronically Blue. Welcome back to episode 6 of Ratchet and Clank. This episode is actually going to be quite packed. We are going to go through and complete everything on this planet. So if you have any questions, any comments, any concerns, any commas, quotation marks, exclamation points, anything, we are handling all of them here. So we have 3 different paths to go to first. First off, what I'm doing is I'm going ahead and activating the metal currency for getting the 5 gold bolts because I like the currency, makes it feel pretty. Yeah, so again, there's 3 different ways to go. 1, we send Clank out, 1, we get on a ship, and 1, we use a trespasser.
Perhaps the trespasser will be useful here.
Yes, for this one I did say that the trespasser was necessary in order for us to actually get here. So in order for us to get one of the upcoming items, we needed the trespasser here. Now, one thing I like to do is I like to do the trespasser puzzles in reverse, kinda. I look at the blocks that are blocking the lasers and just angle them around so that way it works. You know what I mean? It's okay if you don't. It's like doing a maze in reverse. That's what I kind of mean. That's great. I thought I was going to say something important. Guess not. I'm going to stop listening to you. So, the best thing to do here is to use the pixelizer, because the pixelizer is really good at knocking out the little toads in one shot. However, for some upcoming enemies, they're going to take 3 pixelizer shots. And again, the pixelizer is only at level 2, which isn't great, but it's while it is helpful to level up one weapon all the way fully, when you do that, then you go through for the other weapons to upgrade them, it's going to be very difficult to use them, unfortunately, because you have one really good weapon and then like 6 or 7 really bad weapons. So it's better to just kind of find a small clump that you like and then just swap out between them interchangeably as the situation arises. But here we did get another Rhino card, making this our 5th Rhino card. And again, there is only 9 in the game, so doing pretty good here. There is not a gold bolt down there. I know it might give you flashbacks to when we had to go under the platform and there was water and a gold bolt there. There's not a gold bolt under there. However, there is another pack of the collector cards. Holo card. Nano card, sweet goodness. It's been a while. But this is not going to be the worst thing ever. I can assure you that. Again, we are playing on the hardest difficulty, or the hardest that we can get while still being a new game. Because if you do beat the game, you unlock New Game Plus and Challenging Mode. The Challenging Mode is obviously way more difficult, but you have all your weapons that you had previously. And all the upgrades, so I don't really see the point in it other than going through and trying to upgrade all the weapons to maximum level. Now, here we have the enemies I was talking about earlier that are going to take 3 pixelizer shots in order to fully die. That's not great, but if we are able to get enough raritanium as well as upgrade the pixelizer enough to do more damage, then it should be only 2. Again, with this game, the more they use weapons, the more they get experience and the better that they are. Which is... I like it and don't like it all at the same time. I like it because if you like a weapon, then you're going to be using it more, and the more they use it, then it gets more powerful. But at the same time, that means that if you have weapons that you don't like, then if you have to use them as a last resort, they're going to be very weak and do hardly any damage. Whereas with Borderlands or any other gun game, you pick a weapon, it's going to remain the exact same. I'm sure you can make the argument that for Call of Duty, the different attachments change the specs of the game. I never really noticed that much of a difference, but then again, I probably should, but that's only if I played Call of Duty. It's been a long time. The most recent stat looking I did at a game that wasn't like that serious was Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I just make sure to do the best possible acceleration, and then I just win the race every time. I don't know how it happens. Now, please keep your eyes peeled for this one, because there is a gold bolt nearby. In fact, we're actually going to accidentally stumble into it. You see that cage there? That doesn't have a barrier on it. We're going to go in here just to get some cover. But once we get rid of this enemy here that is shooting lava at us, hey look, a bunch of toads in a gold bolt. And this is the only gold bolt on this planet. So rest assured, you don't have to do any more hunting. Okay, and now we're going to swap back to the pixelizer so we can help take down more of these enemies. Because we have something coming up. Just so you know that right now. So there should be a Gadgetron box nearby before the big event, but just so you know now, when it comes, you're gonna know. But as of right now, the biggest issue or challenge right now is just making it through and living, which thankfully isn't too difficult as of right now. Nothing we have to worry about. As long as you just go from one place to the other, you're gonna be alright. Now, unfortunately, it is hot where I currently live, and the heat has continued, and it is ridiculous because it will go super high up in the morning and then super low at the nighttime, which is not fun. Hey, look, we upgraded the pixelizer. Alright, so this should make them take two shots. But then again, when we shoot them off, then okay, yeah, that was two. But let's see how it does with the big bullies. And don't forget, you can throw your wrench. If you absolutely run out of ammunition and have nothing at all, you have a wrench. So again, it's not great. It's up close and personal, but it's better than nothing. Now, there are some skill points, trophies, and challenges throughout the entirety of the Ratchet and Clank universe where you go through and you beat a bunch of bosses with only the wrench. Don't do that. It's going to tell you right now. It only gets you bragging points and lots of frustration. But we are going to go ahead and upgrade the pixelizer, and this one makes it uses an illegal mod where the more enemies that we kill, it can sometimes spawn health power-ups. And that's great. That's very helpful. That just makes me want to use this weapon even more. Now, you're probably looking at the little hex map here, and you're thinking, oh, well, all the ones that you use, they're practically filled out now. Yes, but no. So, when you beat the game, you will be able, if you beat the game and get all the holo cards for all the weapons that we've been doing and ignoring, then you will unlock the Omega variant. The Omega variant is only usable in challenge mode, and what that means is that once you have to go through and buy them again in the Gadgetron shop, but you still have the basic weapons. So it might be Pyroster now and then Pyroster 0, and then you only have a Pyroster 0 from then on. These weapons and gadgets go up to level 10. It is quite a lot. So if you really want to, if you really have to, you can absolutely go through and try to upgrade all of them to max level 10, get all the Raritanium, and upgrade every single weapon to the most maximum. You get a trophy for that, by the way.
Attention intruder. You have entered the testing facility for a Blargian snaggle beast. Chairman Alonzo Rex thanks you for your sacrifice.
Captain, did you know Drek's secret project was a Blargian snaggle beast?
Yes, I wonder why it wasn't in any of my intel. I was expecting something much less lethal. Don't worry, just relax and remember what I taught you.
What did you teach me? Captain? Oh boy.
Yes, we have a Snaggle Beast here. Use all your ammunition. Just use it all. If you're running low, look around. You're going to dodge, jump, flip jump, do as many things as you can in order to stay alive. The best thing to do is to definitely try to keep like a third eye open to avoid the lava pits. This is actually, for bosses, where I get the most use out of the Groovitron. We throw it and it makes them dance. And if you do that on every single enemy, you get a trophy, and that's it. it's not worth it. Pyrocitor. It is really short, tiny flame, don't like, don't care. Really good at using ammo, really fast. Does very slow attacks, not the best, don't like it. And then we have the Mr. Zerbot. I believe that's his name, right? Yeah, I think so. You activate him, he's not really a weapon, he's just a bodyguard more or less. He has a select number of shots. I want to say it's maybe 10. But there's also upgrades for him in the Gadgetron with Raritanium, where it increases the shots, increases how helpful he is. So the more you use him, the more it's helpful. But unfortunately, he does have the upgrades like all the other weapons, so you gotta use him quite a bit. The only thing I can say is that the Pyroster at least upgrades pretty fast. That's one bonus, I guess. Because with the Pyroster, it just kind of increases each time it's being used. It doesn't increase once the enemy is destroyed. I'm not sure if that is how it works for everything, but that is at least what I noticed for this one. I've been used to playing the Ratchet Deadlock, where the only weapon that gets experience is the weapon that is used to make the finishing blow on an enemy. So that's why I say that. I haven't really been paying too much attention to the XP here. I'm sorry. But here's also why I went ahead and purchased so many weapons. Every single one that we could possibly be available. And that's simply because if we didn't, then we were going to very quickly run out of ammo. And that's kind of why I use Mr. Zircon and the Pyroster, as well as the Groovatron. It's only useful if you have absolutely nothing left, because it has just slightly more range than the wrench throw attack. Slightly. But we are here attacking the Snaggle Beast. Again, because we had the upgrade to the Pixelizer, with the small enemies that we defeat with it, it does drop health pickup sometimes, which is very helpful to make us live throughout this difficult boss battle. I know it doesn't look it, but it is indeed quite difficult, especially if this is your first time going through here. As you can see, the weapons that we use for the more powerful ones, like the Fusion Bomb, the Pixelizer, the Proton Drum, they do about 1% damage each. This guy has 100% damage, so we have to deal out 100 attacks while staying alive. Because if you die at all, his health will get reset to 100%. So it's probably good to go and get some additional Raritanium specifically for the Pixelizer. Now there may be other weapons that also have helpful benefits. There's none that I can quite recall off the top of my head. But just doing what you can in order to stay alive is what is very helpful right now. As you can see, there's always at least 1 or 2 boxes of ammunition nearby, as well as some health. The ammo boxes do respawn, but they take a while. The health, I believe, does not respawn, but don't quote me on that. Ew, thought I had to burp. Glad I didn't. Thankfully, with the Proton Drum, it is just finishing him out. So we are almost done here. And we also did it with quite a good bit of health, actually. But again, it's all about the timing. Just making sure that you avoid the attacks and stay alive as long as you can.
I yield! I yield! Please, don't hurt me!
Tell us what you hang on.
Tell us what you know about Drek's clan.
Whoa. Thanks. Yeah, what did he say?
I can give you this info bot.
You watch this one, pal. I'm just gonna take 5.
Greetings, Blarg imbeciles. If you're watching this infobot, you've been selected for the beta trial of my latest invention, the XK-81 jetpack! Though initial testing had a few small setbacks, I'm happy to report that I worked out all of the kinks. Now you can use your XK-81 jetpack to traverse the skies, giving you an advantage over those morons on the ground. The XK-81 jetpack us up at our base on Gaspar.
Dr. Nefarious is not responsible for death, dismemberment, or irreparable injury to your central nervous system.
Okay.
Captain, it's Ratchet. We just defeated the Snaggle Beast and found out what Drek is up to.
You did? But that's impressive.
You know, Captain Quark seems to be a little hesitant on giving us compliments. I wonder why. I think he just underestimated us. He doesn't know how good we are, and he didn't think that we could beat the Snaggle Beast by ourselves. He thought that we might have to call for reinforcements, and he just had a bad connection. I believe that's it. But thankfully, as a small reward for defeating the Snaggle Beast, we get a bunch of bolts here, which we are definitely going to use. Not right now, but definitely on the next planet that we got the infobot from. Because with every single new planet that you go to, there's always a new weapon. And I really like that, actually. I would go to, like, if I got 3 planets unlocked due to all the infobots, I would go to each 3 planet, and then I'd go back to when I actually wanted to do, and then I just purchase all the weapons.
I've always wanted one of those. If you can get one, Alaris can build a few more for the Rangers. I hereby assign you the not at all deadly mission of acquiring one jetpack. Captain Quark must fly like a bird.
I believe he has our best interest at heart. But yes, he is assigning us to go get a jetpack. Okay. But again, that is not where anything stops here. We still have quite a bit to do on this planet. One of them is optional, one of them is not, but for me, none of them are really optional. All of them are mandatory.
According to my database, we are headed to a shuttle designed for transporting Drek's high-value experiments.
Well, I'll give him this. He stays busy. Let's go see what he's been making.
Yes, let's. Maybe it'll be a new Master tool. Maybe it'll be a spaceship. Maybe it'll be like a hoverboard.
Intruder detected. Intruder detected.
Now, I was dumb here. I did not refill my ammo. So I'm kind of low. So make sure you don't do what I did. Refill your ammo. We made it somehow. I'm not sure. But just for your own safety, just refill your ammo. It's gonna help a lot. I do like the pixelizer, not only because it makes some pixels and that... Okay, I like the pixelizer for a lot of things. One, it's a great spread weapon, so if you have a bunch of small enemies in front of you, you can fire one shot and it'll hit a lot of them. It's like a sawed-off shotgun almost. But also because it turns them into pixels. And if you hit them while they're pixels, the pixels just fall apart, and that it's so cute.
Unauthorized weapon removal detected. Self-destruct sequence initiated.
We have 40 seconds in order to get off of this warship, which is not great. That is a really small amount of time. But we do have this predatory launcher now. What we're doing is we are holding R2, aiming at 4 enemies, and then releasing it. It shoots up to 4 rockets at a time, which it's something. But don't worry, we can increase that with the Raritanium. It's weird that Drek made this weapon, but it's recognized by Gadgetron. I don't know, maybe it's like a banned weapon that they didn't think anyone would use. But since someone has it, they're like, yeah, we can still upgrade and work on it. But we didn't sell this. It's like how I saw a TikTok of someone that put Mario into a NES, pulled it out, put tennis in, played a little bit, then put Mario back in, and it would change the levels in the games. It's an arbitrary code execution. Hey, Ammo Shark! So with this, again, banned mod, it will allow enemies to sometimes drop ammunition, which, that's pretty good. I'm just saying. Free ammunition, free ammo, all while I'm fighting. It's pretty great. Now, Ratchet's been in the spotlight for quite a while. It's time for some Clank time. Now, thankfully, I did not mess this part up. I don't know how, but I did. For this part, I have a few tips for you. First of all, just make sure that you are aware of your surroundings. Clank is small, he has 5 health points, And that's it. And just make sure that you are being fully aware of your surroundings. It's nothing difficult, but the enemies can catch you off guard.
What is that? How fortuitous. It is a Gadgetbot upgrade chip.
Yes, so with the upgrade chip, we can reprogram the Gadgetron bots.
How you doing out there, Clank?
I just picked up a new gadget.
Oh man, what'd you get? You know you have to share whatever you found.
I think I will save these for me. Thank you. But there is still a prototype device nearby. I will collect it for you.
Oh, fine.
Ratchet. This is a new little robot as well. This is the bridge bot. It makes a bridge. That's it. It's pretty bare bones with the Clank levels, but it's still something. As well as any of the bolts that we collect as Clank still go to the community wallet, which I enjoy. But I also kind of thought that maybe it would be cool if we had some Clank side missions, you know? Some like DLC. But considering this game is almost 10 years old, it's probably not going to happen. But it's a nice thought. If you do want some Clank one-on-one action, then you can definitely check out Secret Agent Clank. That's a game on the PS2 and PSP, if you find them. And I haven't played it myself, I haven't seen any of it. I knew someone that had it, and I was too busy being like, okay, I guess, to actually watch them playing because I was 12 at the time. Go figure. But it is a real thing. Clank does get his own games a few times. Not as much as Ratchet, but they are typically a dynamic duo. Kind of like Dexter from Jack and Dex. He got his own PSP game as well, which is very weird. I remember playing it a little bit. It was just like attacking bugs with a zapper, and that's all I remember. It was a PSP. What do you want me to do? Now here we're going to use the power bot on this little blue generator as well, so that we can steal the other one from the other side, so we can bring it into the correct side with the correct one. Like so. But do not worry, because we actually need both of them here. As long as they are activated, or you see the blue electricity going from one of them to the power riser, it's got power, don't worry.
There they are. Come in, Ratchet. I just located a pair of Magna boots. Returning to your position now.
Awesome. I always wanted a pair of Magna boots. Good work, pal. See you in a bit.
Oh, Ratchet, I'm sure you did want the Magna Boots. But we also want the Magna Boots, because now that we have them, we can do something pretty cool. We can finish off another planet. Yeah, I don't mean by explosion, I mean 100%ing.
If you need to wear the Magna boots himself, Clank return them to Ratchet.
Yes, we have one planet that we can go to that has one less thing that we need, and then we can finish off that planet. There is a few planets, sadly, that we just don't have the necessary means to go and get all the bolts in, unfortunately. One of them is another power-up, and the other one is also another power-up. Cool. One of them has to do with the helicopter pack. We might get an upgrade for that. The other one has to do with swimming underwater. So, unfortunately, we have to wait a little bit on those, but we can go all the way back to the first planet in order to get this gold bolt that we missed out on. It's right at the beginning, so I'm just gonna take my sweet, sweet time, just long jump as much as I can. If you can't tell, I love the helicopter. I love the helicopter upgrade. It just comes out so fast. It's so nice. It's so smooth. It's beautiful. I love it. It's fantastic. And hey, look, go bolt. They really hit this one hard. But then again, if you didn't have the gold bolt total and you just saw that you completed all the objectives, then you really wouldn't go there. But now we can upgrade the collectibles to adorable truces, or trossos. Rings, they're rings. They kind of sound like Sonic, a little bit. If you like clench your ears, how do you do that? I don't know. Anyway, it's meant to look like rings, and they're all the same color, unfortunately. I would have enjoyed some multicolored rings, but whatever. I guess we can't power Thanos. No, wait, those are stones, not rings. No, wait, no, does he? I don't know why I made a Thanos reference. I've never seen a Marvel movie. I apologize. Anyway. Yes, we have 2 planets left that we cannot go to. I mean, we can go to, but we need upgrades for them. Rydia and Rilgar, I want to say. Rilgar is the one with the slingshots in the Rhino cars, if you remember. So, as much as I would say go check them out, have fun exploring, we can't. We need upgrades in order to finish them, but don't worry, we will do that. It's almost like I've played this game, and I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two. But, using this teleporter right here, we're going to go right back to the agent's camp, which, you know, is where we save Skim and Mark's agent. And here we have, what, a magnet boots area thing? What's up here? Oh, look at that. It looks like a big thing. And boxes. They're so pretty. Just, look. I don't need a filter, a big head mode, small head mode, anti-gravity mode. I just want something to change the in-game currency to something different. This is the most useful bonus reward I've ever gotten in any video game. It's because it doesn't affect the game at all. It's just so nice. It makes me so happy. It's just so, it's adorable. This in and of itself is the reason why I went and got all the gold bolts. Not the image galleries. Not the cheats. Not the filters. Just for the bolts changing. Because it makes me so happy. Before we go ahead and head out, we are going to go ahead and check the card collection because we did get quite a few packs actually. Hey look! There's the Rhino card. And as I said, that is our 5th one. No, sorry, 4th one. So we only have 5 more to go. As well as we now have enough duplicate cards to trade them for a new card. Basically what we do is we press the triangle button to start trading, go over to a card that we do not have, and hit X in order to add it to our collection. Now it takes 5 duplicates in order to get 1 new card. It's not great, but it's better than nothing. So if you've already unlocked a card, or if you collect cards while you're shooting down enemies and you've already have them, then they get added to the duplicates total, and you can just slowly trade them in. The only one you cannot trade in for is the Rhino cards. But I'm going with the Girl Power here, which will increase the number of bolts we earn by 5%. Each little 3-pack has something different that it does, such as Veritanium, Holo cards, bolts, weapons in challenge mode, damage from the Omni Wrench, which is one that I'm going to do next. I just wanted to show off the Girl Power because that was the one that I could show off in order to get everything all together. We are only missing 5 Rhino cards, and then we'll be able to trade them in order to get the Rhino, which will happen at the very end of the game unless I find them all sooner. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I will see you all next time. Goodbye, my sleepy bears.